Hey, it's Coach D. Welcome to Talk Tuesday, our first live of 2024. Let me know if you can hear an echo. I was trying for the first time to do it. So I had two screens trying to make sure, but I don't know. So let me know if you hear an echo. If there's an echo, I will immediately turn off the Instagram live. That should also be running at the same time. So let me know. So glad you guys are here. I missed you guys. We had 2 weeks. It's muffled. All right, so probably the echo from Instagram. So we're gonna cut Instagram off. Instagram, if you're watching, join us over on YouTube. That's where we're at. All right, so I have cut off YouTube. Let me hear me. Hey. So let me know. Can you hear me? Is it there's definitely an echo for me. So I'm hearing what I said a little while ago. There I go trying something new, huh? But yes, an echo. Oh, all right. So let's see. All right. So I just took off Instagram. Instagram is all the way off. So maybe we should be back to normal. I hope so. Here I go. So excited to see you guys. And then I'm hearing an echo of myself. Oh, you know what it was? I know what it was. Always got to try something. That's how you learn. That's right. That's right. Oh, well, let's start over. Let's start over since we had all those tough technical difficulties. So, welcome to Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. I am Coach D, your budget coach, and I help high achieving women reach and exceed their financial goals while still enjoying life in the process. I have quite a few new subscribers since my last live. But before I get into, deep into introducing myself, I just want to say, welcome back to everyone who was following prior to the new year. And I missed you guys taking those 2 weeks off from being live with you all every week. And those 2 weeks off, it was a nice little break, but I still missed you guys. I was like, oh my gosh, are they going to remember to come back? I'm like, are they going to tune in with me? Are they going to, be expecting me since I took the 2 weeks off? So happy to see you guys. So, I've gained, I think, like 50 new subscribers since we were off. So I'm really excited about that. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas and a happy new year. And looking forward to getting our finances even better in 2024. So in 2024, I want you to think about what worked the best for you in 2023. Whatever that was, do that. Focus more on that and keep going. If that's what worked for you, don't stop that. And for something that didn't work, of course, we want to stop that. Or we want to figure out where we went wrong because we can make some adjustments and then we can get that fixed, so that it can actually be successful. Oh, you miss me too. Thank you. And thank you so much on the congrats. And so I said I want to just go into myself and give a little backstory. So for those of you who don't know me, let me tell you about Coach D. So how I got started, I got started as a budget coach because budgeting actually helped to save my life because I was going through some financial struggles. And, it happens. It's a part of life. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people do have financial struggles and it's about how we learn from them and how we get better. So, how I learned was actually budgeting. So, how I got started was, oh, thank you. So, how I got started, I went away to college. I went to college and then, they're giving you the credit cards. I'm all, excited about the credit cards. I'm getting all these offers. I'm like, okay, all right. Because, at home, I wasn't getting any offers. So I'm down there getting all the offers. And I'm like, all right, so let me try one. And then they were giving them to me. And I just, they kept coming. They kept coming, So I was applying for them, just getting them and, just saying, okay, well, all right. So I have this one, have this one. Let me see what else I can get. And then after a while, I was even applying for ones that weren't coming to me in the mail. So I was like, let me try this. I want to see if I can get one of each of the credit cards as far as like MasterCard, American Express, Visa. Like I was, trying to just go crazy with it, right? So I was getting them all. Nobody was telling me no. So I was just getting them. And then I'm going out, I'm shopping, I'm didn't have a job at the time. Okay, maybe work study. So you know how when you're working at college and they pay you, but it goes towards your tuition. So it wasn't really money coming towards me for me to pay those bills, but I did have income coming in from family members. So, I had that money coming in. So I was using that to pay the bills, the minimum because what? Why would I pay them all the way off? Because I didn't have to. So I was paying like the minimum on everything. And everything was cool. Everything was going all right. And, paying the minimum, as we all know, doesn't get us very far in paying off our debt quickly. So I was still sliding, still charging, going out shopping with my friends. Buy this. You want something? Just running it up. So, the debt's increasing. I'm still, enjoying life. I'm still in school, still doing good with my grades as always. But then later on, I traveled back to Pennsylvania. So I had went down to school in South Carolina. Amazing, amazing time. But I transferred back home. And then that's when it got a little tricky for me. So when I got back home, now, I'm not living on campus. Now I have an apartment. So now I have to worry about, not only paying the minimum on those credit cards, but now I have rent. I have, my cell phone bill. I have all of my bills in my apartment as far as cable, electric, um, just bills I didn't have. I didn't have a car note, but car things happen with cars. You need to get brakes, you need to get tires, all these things I didn't have to worry about while I was down in college. So now I'm working with, a lot more responsibility. So I then had to get a job. So then I get a job, and the job's cool, but after a while, you realize this job is not enough. So I had to get another job. So I got another job, and it was like still hard. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm still not, able to really make ends meet because it was like, yes, I have a job, but I can't get a full time job because I'm in school full time. So then I have a part time job and just trying to find a job that worked with my schedule as far as school and work. Um, it was like that's why I had to get two to kind of, make it work so I can kind of fit it in. Okay, on this day I have classes, I'm only gonna work this day, and jobs have requirements for when they need help. It can't be all, what works best for me. It has to be what works best for the job too. So in the end, I end up having three part-time jobs and going to school. And then it was like things began to spiral out of control. And it was like, now I'm choosing, do I, slow down on school? Because now I'm working so much that it's like, oh my gosh, in school, am I going to be able to keep this up? So then I had to like really think about it and see what I can do. And I just make some changes. I had to really sit down, look at everything I had going on and figure out a plan. It was kind of like I was just paying the stuff as it was coming in. I wasn't really focusing on, the payoff and having a plan to it. So and that's what a budget is, a financial plan. So, that's what I actually had to do to actually sit down, figure it all out, see how much money I need for the month, see how much money I need to pay things off. What is my lowest bill? What can I pay off the quickest to kind of get rid of? And of course stop using the cards. At that point, I did stop using them, but it was just like it was a lot. It was a lot. And it took me about a year to kind of get out of water. And I had to get out of my apartment, go back, live with my parents. And there's nothing against that. You know what I mean? If that's what you had to do, that's what you had to do. Don't continue to struggle, because we're worried about what other people think. A lot of times we'll be, stay stuck in a situation because we're worried about, they're going to be like, they're going to say, she living with, yep, yes. You know what I mean? If that's what I have to do to get myself out of that and, pay stuff down and get back to a comfortable place because you can't be successful when you're struggling. You know what I mean? So, yes, we have to work our way out of it, but we have to create a plan to make it work. And if we don't actually look at it, and sometimes, we'll be like, oh, I'm not opening that bill, I'm not opening that bill, I can't pay that bill. But not knowing what I had going on, from just paying it that was coming in when I had money. Okay, now let me pay these bills. Okay, let me open these ones. I got paid. Let me open these ones. So actually having a budget and just seeing what's due here, what's due here. Are these bills, staying the same? Are these bills changing? Or what's affecting these bills? So really getting there and understanding what I had going on is what helped me to get out of it. So I was in my 20s with over $100,000 in student loan and credit card debt. So that's a lot. I don't know if I ever said that amount out loud, but it is a lot. Yes, yes. If you have options, take it. Yes, I highly recommend it because sometimes we'll stay in struggle because of our pride. We don't want to say we need help. We don't want to, get the help that we need that can help us get out of that so we can get better. So I'm proud of me and proud of you for helping us. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just so proud of getting through it and, getting and having that plan of like, wow, this thing is working. Okay, all right, I got this. I got this. And, now that I know how to do it, I figured out what to do and I figured out how to be successful with it. It makes me want to help others. So that's how I got started. So that's how, for the new people tuning in, that's how Coach Lee became. So I was helping people. Um, First, I was doing it for free, something I liked, something I enjoyed. And then I, was doing other things, got started in my notary business. And then I joined like some business groups. And then we were talking about things we actually like, love, and enjoy. And then the budgeting came up. And then one of my coaches was like, how come you don't do that as your full-time business? Why isn't that your full-time business if that's what, you love? So I'm like, yes, that's actually a good question. So then that's how I actually put that on the forefront. Sorry, it looks like my Wi-Fi is cutting up. But that's how I got into doing budgeting as the forefront of my business. And I kind of pulled back on my notary stuff. I still do notary stuff, but that's not like my focus. But kudos to you working it out. Yes, thank you so much. So I just wanted to start the year off with the welcome and describing myself, but I want to also have a couple tips. I'm not going to keep you longer, just like last year. I'm not going to have you guys on here all night. I appreciate you. I thank you for being here. And I wanted to just say throughout this year, we'll be going over, just like last year. Yes, I am the budget coach, but I talk about a lot of things. I talk about a wide variety of stuff. So I'll talk about like tax stuff. Maybe next week we'll talk about tax stuff because taxes are coming up soon. So some things to prepare for that. We'll talk about savings. We'll talk about debt. We'll talk about a little bit of credit. And we'll talk about like for planning for travel on a budget, of course, while still enjoying ourselves. Planning for the holidays. Just as topics come up throughout the year, you'll notice that, something happens. My next live, I'll discuss it. I'll talk about it. Or if there's anything you want to hear about with me, put it in one of the comments. I see all the comments for all the videos. So drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to, put it into the schedule somewhere. If you have questions, send me a message. You can email me. You can send me a message on Instagram, LinkedIn. Yeah. So what I wanted to say, I want to go over 3 ways before we go. 3 ways to get out of your own way. Because a lot of times we won't get started because we're in our own way. So this year I want to start off fresh with not even being in our own way. With let's do this thing. We're not even worrying about 2023. We are doing 2024. We are on to those. So number one, something that a lot of times holds us back is the fear of failure. So we think before we even get started, we can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. Like for me, if I felt like that with all that debt I had, with all those credit cards, just looking at it was cool, when I had all those credit cards, but when I had all those bills, it wasn't that cool. So, if I had the fear of, oh my gosh, I can't do this, I would not have gotten out of that debt. I would still have all that debt and I would be struggling, right? So don't be in your own way. You can do it. Don't let fear hold you back. You can do it. You create that plan to whatever you have going on, whether it is preparing to save for something, whether it's to eliminate your debt, whether it is to start, a fund for the future, for children, for college, or for, financial estate planning for, later on in life. So whatever it is you're working towards or working on, you can do it. And don't think about failure because you got this. Number two, another way we get in our own way is comparing ourselves to others. A lot of times we'll see what other people are doing and we feel like we can't do as good because we're not doing what they're doing. And what I like to say about that is we don't know what the other person really has going on. Some people have a way of making it seem like they're doing so good, when really they're not. They're just appearing to be doing so good. Or some people might make it seem like, or even thinking because they make more money than you, then it's easier for them to get out of a bind than it is for you. But what you have to keep in mind is most people who make more money have more expenses, who have higher, bills. So what you might pay 2,000 in mortgage, they might pay 15,000 in mortgage. So don't think because they make more money it's easier for them, because they also have things they have to do as well. They have their own budget, their own financial plan they need to work towards to keep their stuff going. So don't compare yourself to others. Worry about what you have going on. Look at your bills, look at your expenses, look at your plans, look at your interest rates, all the things that apply to you. Because guess what? You can do it. Number three, another way we get in our own way is not setting realistic goals. So, we'll have a whole nother live on goals because I think they're important. So, don't set a goal that's out of this world, something that you can't reach or something that'll take you years to reach, because then you'll feel like, I'm working so hard, I'm just not getting there. I'm not getting to it. So that'll make you stop. That'll make you, lose focus, because why am I working so hard? I'm not reaching any success. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not paying anything off, or I'm not anything. So don't set a goal that's not realistic. If you only, like, after you look at your expenses and how much you make, and maybe you only have $300 left every check, don't set a goal to save $1,000 a month, because it's no possible way to do that unless you were to hit the lottery or something like that, which I would like to do that as well. But just be realistic with your goals. Be realistic with your goals and what you set, because you can make it happen. And you want to do something that you can reach. Set baby goals to get to the big goals, so that you can have those little enjoyments, those little excitements, like, okay, I did it. So you can keep going and have something, the momentum to keep pushing you. So do that. Think about those for 2024. If you haven't already, set some goals for 2024. Don't set so many that it's impossible, because you go, oh, I gotta get this goal, I gotta get this goal. Don't go crazy with them, but set a couple goals. Something we did in a group that I am in, we created a word for the year. So I would say definitely create a word for the year. If you already have a word for the year, put it in the comments. I would love to hear it. But just something to just keep going. Maybe you don't like goals, but you want to have a focus for the year. I know some people's goals were, what were some goals? Some people were balance. Someone was, I don't want to give those. I want you to think of your own though. But let me know. We'll be back Tuesday next week at 6 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. We'll be here every week live with a different topic that will help you to enhance your finances. I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all next week. I might try again with Instagram. I don't know. But have a great evening. Have a great week. And set those financial goals, because I'll ask you to drop one in the comments next week. All right. See you guys.